All right. Hello, Hydra homies and Astro. Welcome back to another session. Today's character question is there a food that most people like that you absolutely hate?
Chicken nuggets.
How dare you?
Ooh!
How dare
Hot
you,
take,
Joss.
and it's the
Those are
worst take
fighting
ever.
words.
That's a very good choice. Is there like a reason for that, or is it just like a simple dislike?
It's because Joss saw that video of like that guy showing the children how to make chicken nuggets. That's like really gross, and she thought it was gross. Even
Oh
though it's just propaganda.
no! I relate. Seeing scarring things on the internet.
Martin's kind of a garbage disposal, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I cannot think of a single thing that he would not be willing to try to eat.
That's terrifying.
All right, that is an excellent answer.
I think Claire would, like, she doesn't care that much. She just really likes chicken nuggets, so really anything. But, like, she doesn't like toast for some reason. She just doesn't like how it feels eating. Like, when she eats toast, she's like, oh, not a fan of this.
Crunch phobia. I guess Julietta doesn't like ice cream. Because I said so just now, and I don't have justification for it yet.
She got brain freeze one time.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, she got pissed off about some brain freeze. Thank you. She's
held a
angry
grudge.
when things are too cold.
I think that Fear Not also pretty much will eat anything and probably doesn't remember most of the stuff she eats, and she only recognizes them based off of, like, when they're right in front of her. So I will say, as I am currently picking out the onions of my fried rice, she doesn't like the texture of onions. It's a common thing in most dishes, but she doesn't like them. Neither do I. I hate this.
Rip.
Oh no!
Unfortunate.
Leia hates coffee.
What the fuck?
She had an incident one time. Well, it already doesn't taste super great to her to begin with, surprisingly, considering she eats everything else. But she had an incident one time where coffee got spilled all over her, and she's had a vendetta ever since. So that doesn't make it taste better.
Martin's gonna push her into a locker.
She's gonna push him back. Fight her, girl.
Damn.
Excellent. All right. Have we gone through everyone? Have we heard from Juliana?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
All right.
I think that's everyone.
Okay. Eden, would you like to do the honors of the recap?
1 second, I forgot I'm opening my notes, and I also have garlic bread.
That's okay. We'll stall for garlic bread.
Oh man, I love
It's a
garlic
good
bread.
cause.
Let
It
me
is a good cause.
take this second to
Please eat my onions, Sophie Cass. I don't want them. I hate the textures
I
so
love
much.
onions.
There are so many onions in this.
I could do a recap that's just me having short-term memory loss and trying to remember. That might be intimidating.
I wrote a recap fully out last week.
Huh?
I wrote out a recap. I just also put another piece of garlic bread in my mouth.
No, it's just for stalling.
Eden, you have to stop this.
It's so
I
good.
thought you just said that you wrote out a weed cap, and it really took me.
I
a
did.
second.
If you
not
send
do
it to
that.
me, I'll read them.
It's on my
Yeah.
the notes, but I am fine now. So
Okay.
the gang goes to Macro Center and the library. In the Macro Center, Claire makes a computer and makes Jasper a LED collar. Very fashionable. But when Claire boots up the computer, it starts typing in the notes document. They have a conversation, Claire not being able to understand it at all. They stop the conversation and head back. At the library, the gang gets a history lesson on very cool Silent War lore. If y'all want a summary on that, I can also do that. Do we want that to happen?
Well,
Hall?
I
Paul
do.
wasn't here, so that would be good.
I have a lot of writing on that, so I'm gonna do that after this recap.
You got it.
Claire, Jasper, and Griselle get back, and Claire sets up the computer to show them the conversation. We learn slightly more. Thanks, Fear Not Heart. Sidetrack to learn about the memorial in Casita. Claire and Joss look more at the computer, using the info from Fear Not and Joss's massive brain. They go to the Weave to ask if its influence is doing this. We think it's yes. Joss is hyped as hell. The Weave likes all colors. Also, if there's a we, I'm sorry, that's me, but my second self, my clone. The Weave likes all colors. Pog. We go to learn about weather patterns, deciding to talk to the Elephant God about it in Fluo next session. But also, we go to the Weave and ask it if it knows to talk to God. Shrug. Then we remember what clerics do and ask God if God exists. Yeah, this is so long.
Oh god, if God exists, I forgot we did
Yeah, I'll put my notes document in the Roll20 again for Hall, but that's my full notes from last session, and I'm going to continue onto this session. But should I read through the Silent Warlord that I wrote down?
If you want, I can just look at it in the notes.
Yeah, it's on the second page, and it starts with a bold thing. And it's,
This is
Yeah,
actually
okay,
something I
that's
would like
long.
repeated, if only because it's very complex and specific. So if you wouldn't mind reading that, I would appreciate it.
Okay, I can read it. I think this might be a little jumbled because I was like a little confused, and yeah, but I'll just
That's
read it
okay.
and you can correct me on the way. Yeah, I'll be taking taking notes from the sessions from now on so I can remember things, and they're pretty in depth. So thumbs up, and I can do a summary if ever needed. So,
Yeah,
okay,
give it
Silent
your
War
best.
lore. Harbor in Star Empire, which borders Harbor on the north and a bit west. The war was fought mostly towards the north, but there are some echoes of the war within. The Empire wanted to conquer Harbor to get what they have. Harbor has been successful in having a good society for a while, and the Star Empire wanted a bit of it. This is the only war that has happened in Harbor. They have been able to grow slowly and naturally into a good economy, and is viewed as a valuable source of trade. This was a fight for Harbor's individuality, independence, and all of that. Star Empire has better and more technology, which meant they were sending only Warforged and miscellaneous robots, which never got tired. They also waged a psychological attack, having large speakers that would play demoralizing messages and everything. To a lot of the I skipped a line. To combat the speakers and interference with the robots, the Harbor forces used a lot of the silence spell. This disrupted the robots enough and drove them away enough to where people consider it as Harbor 1. There hasn't been any formal document ending it, but there hasn't been any fighting since. Also, there were dragons in the war, but very infrequent. The war lasted the war lasted 11 years, 5 years before this campaign. And Casita was like the home base of the Inventors College and Institutes, so people there were like really big for the war. Big people who had the idea for the silent spell and other robotics for Harbor. And that's what I have written down there.
Excellent.
Very nice.
Yeah.
That was very nice. Good
Thank
job.
you.
Yeah.
All right, I really appreciate that. So, I have no off-screen updates this week, so we will begin, unless there are any questions that anyone would like to ask, because that was a lot of information.
Was Tyciar in the ward? Have we figured that out yet?
That's a good question.
Oh shit, okay.
All right.
Oh, I know who else was in the war we should have asked, but anyway.
All right. Definitely write things down if you think you'll forget, because this is sort of we're playing the long game here with this campaign. So it may be a few sessions before you can do what you want to do. So, without further ado, I would like to begin this session by warning everyone that the next leg of our adventure is going to be social combat, more hardcore than we've done social combat before. You have done a little bit of this in the past, but not excessively. And I did not tell you the rules for that. The rules are that you can use whatever means you deem necessary to convince people, to persuade people, to insight check, perception check, whatever you want to do. I will not always prompt you for those things. I will prompt you for things if they are required, but I will not prompt you at every opportunity that you should be making those rolls or can be making those rolls. So, if you would like to make any of those rolls for any reason, please stop me and ask. Thank you. So, That's my warning. Let's begin. Last time, we were in Phireo. You had just finished up what you were doing at the library, and so you are heading to Fluo. Fluo is far to the north. You're going to take the harbor monorail, and so you are heading back to the west gate from whence you came to get back on the monorail. Martin meets you outside the library. Martin has been avoiding your various excursions. And Martin, how do you think you feel when you are walking up to the party?
A little bit sheepish because, like you said, he's very clearly been avoiding this entire thing, but at the same time, he does trust them enough to think that they'd understand a little.
Mm-hmm. Are you going to explain what you've been doing?
What has he been doing?
You were scrying calling.
Oh shit! Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So he is going to say if anybody like looks to him to explain it, which they probably do. He'll say that he didn't feel it necessary to review information that he was already familiar with, you know, kind of wink wink nudge nudge silent war. And then he's going to sigh and he's going to say, and I talked to Goodberry some.
Oh.
Because
Martin.
you know, the hearth of eternal knowledge, and Goodberry also likes hearths, and it was good.
You were talking about a hearth all this time.
Well, there's a lot of things to talk about on the subject.
Such as?
Well, wouldn't you like to know?
Yes.
That's beside the point. Thank you for your curiosity, Juliana. Another time.
Juliana looks very suspicious of you.
He tries to brush it off.
I don't think it works, man.
As you are walking and talking and chatting and gossiping, someone crosses your path. Would you like to describe yourself?
Holy
Cats.
fuck, I'm muted. Hello.
Hi.
Okay, you guys hear a voice kind of to the side of you all say, "Excuse me." And you turn and you see a man with a sheepish smile standing there. He has one hand resting on the handle of his rose-colored suitcase and the other is laying lightly over his heart. He's a human of average height, wearing brown loafers and a collared shirt tucked under his fuzzy salmon sweater, which is also tucked into a pair of loosely fitting black trousers. On his hands are a pair of scruffy but warm-looking fingerless gloves, gray in color, and tied to the side of his fluffy silver hair is a pink bow. His soft umber eyes look over you all briefly before he runs his fingers through his hair and says, "I'm sorry to bother you all, but I'm terribly lost. Would you happen to know the way to the station?"
Insight check.
All right, please roll me an insight check.
You sounded so angry and sus.
I am so sus. Good thing.
But with a gun.
12.
Can I do it?
Yeah.
He is not lying, and he is lost. Terribly, as he said.
Fuck.
Claire just looks at everyone else. She's a child. She doesn't know where they're going.
Oh no. Juliana frowns and says, "Could you repeat where it was you needed to go?"
The train station.
We're going to the train station.
Great. Would you mind if I came along? I really don't know where I'm going. I'm not from here.
That's fine. Where exactly are you from?
Fluo.
How did you get all the way down here without knowing where the train station
Oh,
was?
I came by train. I just don't have a very good sense of direction, and I've been in the city for a while now. and I don't remember where I'm going.
The train station is right over that way.
Oh, great. He seems a bit like embarrassed now.
Oh
And he says, "Oh, okay. Thank you then." And then
Directions
just
are
starts heading wherever Juliana points.
Juliana looks fucking confused. But she just kind of follows after him and says, "Wait a minute.
What?
Well, where are you going?"
To the train station?
No, why are you going to the train station? Where are you heading?
He seems confused now, like extremely confused.
Well,
He's
it's
like-
clear that you're just going to get lost again. Do you need help or not?
Juliana.
Well,
Juliana. This
Yes?
bullying? Really?
I am not bullying, I am helping, Martin.
Help at a less aggressive tone of voice, sir. Where are you headed?
I'm so sorry about the sirens.
I forget.
Sorry, did you ask where I'm heading?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just going back to Fluo. I just don't remember where this town's train station is.
What a coincidence. We are also headed to Fluo. Would you like to accompany us?
Oh, which train are you taking? Do you have tickets yet?
The one to Fluo.
Oh, all right. That makes sense, I suppose.
Juliana is massaging at her temples.
Martin gives her a very smug, pointed look like, hey, this is how you make friends.
Juliana returns the look with nothing but confusion. She doesn't understand why he's smug.
And he says, very, professionally, what is your name?
My name is Biscuit.
Biscuit.
Yes.
You were
Well, it's
named after food.
It's
Well.
it's pleasant to meet you, Biscuit. My name is Martin.
That makes him kind of smile, and he says, "It's nice to meet you too, Martin."
I'm Claire. You have a nice voice. Congratulations.
Thank you. It was given to me as a gift.
Excuse me?
Can I ask you to elaborate?
That was a joke. It's because I was born with it, and it was
That
a gift
is a
from...
really funny joke.
I don't get it.
I'm just trying to lighten the mood. It seems a bit tense in here. All right. Well, my train's leaving soon, so if you guys aren't heading there now, then I'm going to have to go. But
No, we're heading there. Don't
all
worry.
right.
And
All
don't
right.
get lost 5 feet away again.
And so you all head there together. Let's move there now.
Fuck. I have to
So
do-
here you are. Let me move Biscuit over to where you are. You arrive at the train station.
Ooh, icons.
I will let you all know that the train station map I've picked here is from a different setting. Ours doesn't look exactly like this. Namely, it looks a little bit more sleek. Harbor does maintain their train stations. They don't have weird, rickety wooden railings. I don't know what's going on here. And of course, you all aren't over water or on cliffs. You're in a pretty flat area of land. So, you arrive at the train station. You see a couple of different people scattered around here. Let me know if anyone strikes your interest. You have a few minutes before your train arrives.
If no one makes a decision, we're talking to Gus. They're red, and I think that's cool.
I kind of want to say hello to. I kind of want to say hello to Drorit. I'm digging the wings.
Okay.
And rainbow person.
So let's go to draw. I need to check the way their name is pronounced. We'll go to them first.
You said
because-
Drorit.
Yeah, I did say that, Drorit. It's Hebrew. So you approach the Aasimar and the Warforged. There is a Warforged sitting with this Aasimar with huge golden wings. Their whole demeanor seems to have sort of a golden glint to it, like their skin and the spots on their skin, and their eyes are golden. It's a whole golden parade, and they seem to be decked out in like a very deep dark purple with accents of gold. And next to them, would you like to describe yourself?
No.
No, Bo.
I never have a description prepared.
That's okay. If you want to grab your picture, then I will describe. So, sitting next to them is a warforged with two sets of horns, one pointing up and one pointing down, that's formed sort of an X behind their head. They are of course in a humanoid body plan, and they're wearing clothes over it. Something you may or may not see depending on the warforged. In their case, they are wearing a sheer rainbow shirt. I think it's like a hoodie style. Oh yes, and they have frog legs.
Oh shit.
Oh my god.
Neat.
That's so fucking cool.
The Asimar notices you approaching and says, "Oh, hello."
Juliana whispers in Leia's ear very carefully and says, Leia,
What?
can Warforged be gay?
Leia just, she kind of goes quiet for a second. She turns around. She puts her hand on Juliana's shoulder, looks her dead in the eye, and says, Juliana, Warforged can be anything they want to be, like anyone else.
Juliana looks like she's having a crisis. Somebody talk to these poor people.
I get. Are they talking about anything right now?
No, that you approach them and are now talking amongst yourselves in hushed tones, and so they are touching you.
Leia sighs and she's gonna walk up to the Warforged first, and she's gonna be like, "Okay, awkward question. I'm sorry to bother you. My friends asking if Warforged can be gay."
Hey! That's
Martin
not
literally
something I wanted said
screams.
aloud!
Martin makes like a sound like someone's just punched him.
The Asimar looks visibly slightly upset, but looks to the Warforged to for their response.
They just stare into your eyes.
Juliana stares back in horror and says, I didn't want it said aloud. I am so sorry.
Oh my gosh. So Leia said that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Martin like runs full body runs up to Leia and attempts to like just pull her away. Like, come back, please come back.
As Martin's trying to pull Leia away, Fear Not has noticed that, hey, my friends are talking to these other people. I guess I can talk to these other people too. And she kind of just like peers around from wherever Martin's trying to drag Leia away, and it's just like, excuse me. And she pauses. She's not really sure how to word this question or how to phrase this. And she just kind of wrinkles her nose, gestures at Bracken, gestures at the Warforged's legs, and just goes, I really like your legs.
Thank you. I love your dog.
The Asimar seems to find this conversation a little bit amusing, and you can see them slowly smile.
She is delighted by the response. She just kind of smiles and nods. Yeah, his name's Bracken. He's my friend. Oh, and I'm Fear Not. Nice to meet you.
It is lovely to meet you. I love your dog, Bracken. My name is Tu.
And I am Drorit.
Oh.
Hello.
She turns around. She forgot that the other people were also there.
Oh no. Do you come here often?
Good lord.
Juliana, it's a train station. I think a lot of people come here. Well, I don't know. Do you come here often?
Well, no, I don't.
Drorit looks over at two to let two respond first if they so choose to.
They just blink.
Drorit says, "We are not from Phireo, if that's what you mean. We're from Fluo, actually. This is where my pupil, two, studies at the Elephant Gods Institute in Fluo. We came down here to do some research, and now we're heading home."
Martin like is ready to spring on this shit. He looks visibly excited at the mention of like, studying.
Martin, you weren't present for it, but we did some investigation about the elephant god. Well, not specifically about the elephant god, but about weather patterns at the library. The elephant god oversees the weather. You don't sound like it's exciting.
Well, it's. I mean, everybody knows about the elephant god, don't they?
No.
I know. See Drorit smile.
Well, Martin, if you know so much about the elephant god, why don't you tell them everything you know?
Well, that would take far too long, Juliana. I would want to be rude to our new acquaintances.
Juliana looks very smug.
Can I roll insight on Martin?
What was that?
Can I roll insight on Martin?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Are you rolling insight?
Yeah. Yes. Once my fingers work, there we go.
Me channel theme.
You understand Martin perfectly. You have never reached this level of enlightenment in Martin interpretation, and a whole new world of possibilities is opened up to you.
You see inside his little brain, it's dusty in there.
Juliana decides to go ahead and ask Drorit. Drorit? I can't. I want
Drorit.
to, though. Drorit, okay. She goes ahead and asks, Drorit, I have a question. How long have you been conducting this research?
Well, students of the Elephant Gods Institute study a number of different topics. Two here is in the medical department of the institute. There are, of course, several different domains that are covered, studied there. And so I think today we were studying, and she seems to take a second to remember it. I believe we were studying blood pressure, although I'm not totally certain. Right now, 2 has a specific report they're writing, and so we are summarizing some older research and analyzing it. So, of course, we came down to the library. If you mean how long I have been doing research, I have done research for some time. I believe I came to the Elephant Gods Institute when I was 16, and I am much, much older than 16 now.
Juliana nods and says, So, are you both studying blood? Yes, fear not.
That wasn't in character.
Drorit looks puzzled and says, well, I am mentoring my student here. It's not necessarily uncommon for students at the Institute to be paired up with a mentor, and so I am that mentor to my student too. I have studied a variety of different topics in the medical department and outside of it, but today, 2's report was on blood. This is a very strange line of questioning. Is there something you need?
Well, sort of. I suppose we're heading the same way that you are, and it would save time attempting to find the institute you're talking about if we followed you. She looks very nervous.
Drorit looks at 2 and seems to be pausing to make sure this is okay with 2.
2 nods.
Drorit nods in response and turns back to Juliana and says, "If it's fine with 2, it is fine with me. If we get separated on the train, we'll look for you at the station in Fluo, okay?"
Yes, that would be wonderful. Thank you.
Fear not. Is Biscuit still with the rest of the group?
Yeah, it looks like Biscuit's here.
No.
No,
bye.
no.
Oh, bye. Okay.
Biscuit is run.
I'm waiting for the train. Oh, sorry. Yellow line.
Waiting for a train.
Okay, then
You guys
never
were all
mind.
doing your own thing.
Oh.
Oh. Hello.
Claire is going to wait for a train.
Hello.
Juliana's
All right.
having a crisis about whether or not Warforged have blood.
Do you you guys wanted to talk to Gus also?
Fear not was staring at Gus.
Oh. Just staring?
Gus, would you like to describe
Sorry.
yourself?
Hi guys, it's me again. I'm not green this time, I'm red this time. So he's a tiefling, and he's red, and his eyes are like nearly black. Like it's just this super weird looking. And he's got kind of greyish horns that curl back, and he's got like a sort of darker red like jumpsuit, like not the same colour as his skin because that would be a bit weird. But like a darker one. He's just moving up and down, checking stuff out. And that's it. So. Oh yeah, also his hair's like just a mess. It's just this man does not look after himself.
Oh no.
Fear not staring, but she's not saying anything. She's just kind of like she's not staring openly, but like she's not doing a very good job of hiding the fact that she's staring.
Fear not.
Huh?
What are you doing?
What do you mean? She looks around as if like they were supposed to be doing something else other than waiting for the train.
Oh no. Well, you're going to make that stranger uncomfortable. At least say hello.
Oh, no, I don't want to bother them.
They look very unbothered.
Well, then I wouldn't want to make them more bothered.
Juliana sighs. Approaches for Fear not.
Oh boy, here we go again.
Juliana!
Hello.
Watching your token move across the screen.
The funniest shit, really.
Right.
I don't actually know how to move the token, so just imagine that he's been moving up and down.
You should be able to move any token since I gave you
Oh,
GM
Oh,
privileges.
I figured it out. I was using the wrong thing.
Oh no.
Hello.
Oh my gosh.
That's
Hello.
not- Alright.
I wanted to say hello because my friend, Fear Not, seems very curious about you.
He kind of like raises an eyebrow and he's like, alright.
She's the one over there. She points at Fear Not.
Fear not standing a number of feet back. She's not standing. She's on Bracken today. Number of feet back. She just kind of like is trying not to be associated with Juliana, but upon being pointed at, she sees it out of the corner of her eye and just kind of reluctantly turns and just sheepish smile and then a very small wave.
Oh no.
He just kind of very confused, just like slowly lifts his hand up and just does like one wave.
So, what brings you to the library?
Work on the train, didn't I?
Ah, I see. Are you a mechanic?
Mm-hmm.
Do you enjoy your work?
What kind of question is
Fear Not, at this point, Fear Not is just kind of dying internally. She like urges Bracken forward and just kind of rides up alongside Juliana and just interrupts her.
Oh, sorry.
Jumps off the tracks.
He backs up onto the tracks. Yeah, Fear Not just kind of rides up and is like, "Hi, sorry, I don't know if you noticed me staring. Juliana got a little worried that I would make you uncomfortable. She's struggling. She doesn't know how to compliment people, apparently. And she just kind of gestures at her horns and then at his horns, and she's like, I really like your horns. I haven't seen any like them before.
Same.
Bye.
About your horns, or... I hate y'all in the chat. I hate y'all in the chat.
It's the secret tiefling code.
No!
You see a tiefling in public.
Tieflings are fucking canceled.
No, really, in response to the horns, he's just like, thanks, grew them myself.
She blinks a little bit. And she's just like, wait, you can do that?
It's how having a body works, innit?
Oh, well... She kind of pouts a little bit because she realizes that they were messing around.
Juliana does not look impressed. You don't have to bully her, you know. She's very nice.
I was doing my work and you just come up.
You did, and your work involves pacing back and forth aimlessly.
Fixing the train, innit?
How is that fixing the train?
Well, all I wanted to say was that I like your horns, and that's it. So, I think we'll be leaving now. Thank you. And just kind of tries to shepherd Juliana away using the entirety of Bracken's body.
Juliana is glaring.
Shrugs and goes off to continue working. These people are weird.
Is there time for like Martin to try and take Juliana's arm briefly?
Okay.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit. He's gonna like try and just like go next to her and kind of like pull her off over here. It's okay if Joss hears. It's all right. It's just Joss.
Oh, okay. I'm not listening on purpose.
Yeah, Joss is cool. And he's like, "Do you? Is everything all right? What's happening?"
What do you mean?
You are very well. You're nice to us most of the time.
Juliana looks so confused.
You're being
quite
aggressive.
She looks so done. Martin?
Yes.
I didn't ask.
There you go again. There you go. You are making strangers very uncomfortable.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not even a stranger, and I'm not even supposed to be listening to this, and I'm a little uncomfortable. I'm not gonna lie.
No, it's all right. You're on my side, so you may.
Yeah.
Juliana is frowning, and she just says, well, perhaps if strangers didn't make Fear Not uncomfortable.
But that guy didn't.
I don't see where this is going.
This is
Going
all I'm
nowhere is where it's
saying.
going.
Listen, all I'm saying, and he kind of does that thing with his hands where you're like sort of like mapping out a game plan, like you're really trying to get somebody, you're trying to sell somebody on some shit, and he's like,
Oh no.
you catch more flies with honey than with vinegar. And I hate to sound so old, but I think you really might need to start taking that to heart so that Fear Not can make friends with people that we meet in public.
Flypaper would work the best, besides
In my defense, he wasn't approaching anyway.
Well, that's all right. He has a job.
So you admit that the outcome would have been the same?
No, not at all. Next time, listen. Okay, actionable plan. Next time, just let Fear Not do her own thing, and if she involves you, if you do have to approach a stranger, why don't you start with, "Hi, how are you? My name is Juliana," and not, "There's my friend. She's staring at you. Also, you aren't doing your job, you fucking layabout."
Leanna's frowning.
I mean, also, I was reading parenting books at the library, and experts say that if you don't allow your children to solve their own conflicts, they're not going to grow as a person. So it's really not beneficial for you to step in either way.
Fear Not isn't my child.
So
Well-
should I also not be involved in telling Juliana what to do? Or?
Is Juliana your child?
Well, at this point,
Well, then I guess the parenting books didn't teach me this. I'm sorry.
that's all right. You're still getting into it.
You're doing your best.
Yes.
All right. And at this moment, the train rolls into the station. At this time, a number of things happen. Drowit and Two go into a different car than the one that stops in front of you. This car seems to be rather busy. You see Biscuit go into the same car, but there's really no room for the rest of you to join, so you must go to another car. Drowit waves to you as they're going into the car and makes a motion to say, "I'll catch you later." Gus goes into the same car as all of you. And so we move to the map briefly, because I want to show you guys where you're going. So I have, I think I did this last time, but I'm not certain if it was true. So I have changed the settings on this map to measure accurate distance from place to place.
What the fuck?
Holy shit.
Witchcraft.
And so you are now able to measure the distance between cities. A maglev train goes on average, I think I had it written down as upwards of, it's like around 250 kilometers per hour. And so from Fireo, you're going to Casita and then to Fluo. This train doesn't make a direct route to Fluo because, it's a train. So that is about a 3-hour trip. I just wanted to show you this because I think it's cool. And also I worked hard on it trying to figure it out.
It is cool.
Bless.
I still don't understand how to do it, but I believe in you.
So if you want to measure from city to city, what you want to do is go to your ruler and then hit no snapping, and then you'll be able to click from any point on the map, whether it's on a corner or whether it's inside of a cell.
Bro.
Alright.
Bro. I love it here.
All right, so now that we've had our cool little moment where I show off what I've been doing, let me nice. Let me move us to the train.
Oh, before that, Joss doesn't get on the train with all of you. Actually, she pulls out her little kickboard from last session. She has a kickboard, Martin, which she calls the the weave surfer and goes, "This is the perfect time to test out this invention. I'll see you guys all in fluo." And before you can even say anything, she sits on it, and it fits her perfectly because she's so small. She sits on it, and it starts floating and bobbing as if it were in a pool, and it starts going along the tracks very fast.
Fear Not kind of stares and then just waves her arm. Bye, be safe.
All right, so you board the train. The train is entered from the middle, and then there are different compartments. You can see there are actually doors separating the compartments, and all of the seats are rather comfortable. They're sort of arranged in these like semicircle shapes.
Oh, wait.
So you can sit wherever you'd like in this car. There's plenty of room in this one, unlike the other one, which was kind of stuffed to the gills. And so your train takes off. It's a 3-hour trip, as I mentioned, at average speed, which is fairly long by harbor transit time. And so around you, the people who are in this car seem to be settling in for a pretty long wait. So, what are you all going to do for a 3-hour train trip?
Is there an in-ride movie?
Is there an in-ride movie? If you can think of a D&D-ified name of a movie, yes.
Oh shit.
Lady of the Rings.
Ladies of the Rings, yes. Okay, Lady of the
That's
Rings.
fucking awesome.
Yes.
Thank you.
So there is a in-ride movie. It is Lady of the Rings, part like 4. It's if you haven't seen the series before, you'll probably be a little bit lost, but it is a well-beloved series, so a lot of people have seen it. If you would like your characters to have seen it at one point, you are welcome to do so. If not, then not. But that is available, so that's an option. What about the rest of you?
Yeah, I'm just having Juliana dramatically sighing at Lady of the Rings.
Nobody's
Which
looking out the
had ropes
window.
like that. That's it.
All right.
Anyone else?
Leia's gonna sit next to Juliet and watch Lady of the Rings. Like, see that elf there? Fuck that guy.
Well, why do you hate them so much?
I don't. I don't. His hair is just really pretty, and I'm mad.
Your hair is perfectly wonderful.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Fucking riveting. So, you guys settle in, and the train takes off from Phireo. You can watch out the window as Phireo and the massive head of the Fox God's rock formation disappear behind you. The train continues to move. There is a point up ahead where the train goes into a tunnel. Instead of passing over a pretty significant hill, it just tunnels on through. And so the train goes into the tunnel. As it goes into the tunnel, it gets very dark for a second. There are some lights in the train at first, but the longer you spend in the tunnel, the darker it becomes. Those of you with dark vision, it's even too dark for you to see.
What?
Ooh.
And then you hear yelling from the train car behind you. And you also hear that the train has exited the tunnel based on the soundscape. But the darkness doesn't lift.
Hey,
Oh no, it's advanced darkness.
Hey Ari, are you fucking kidding me?
I don't know what you're talking about. Huh?
I'm excited.
Well, this is alarming. So dark vision doesn't work? Just clarifying. All right.
Anyone with dark vision can also not see. It's very, very dark.
Ooh. Okay. Is anybody sitting near Martin, like next to Martin?
I'd say Fear Not would be, but she's also passed the fuck out right now.
Oh no.
Okay. He's going to like sort of gently reach around and like try to pat for her arm and try to like figure out where she is. Fear not, I don't want to alarm you, but small emergency. I appear to
Why
have gone
can't I open
blind.
my eyes?
What?
I'm opening my eyes.
Yes, that's very good. My both of my eyes have stopped working.
No, I think mine have stopped. Hold on, I need to check something. Never mind. Yeah, she just kind of. She uses her other hand to kind of grab his hand and is just like, no, I think mine stopped working too.
Really?
Bracken? And she feels around for Bracken, making sure he's still next to her.
And Bracken is still next to her.
Slight sigh of relief as he is there. And then she turns back in the direction of Martin's voice. What's going on?
I'm not sure. Do you have dark vision?
That's what I meant to check, and then I realized that it didn't matter, so hold on.
I think tieflings do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then yes. She nods and she's like, I don't know why I can't see.
Neither do I. Please don't let go of my hand. It's hello,
Okay.
Juliana,
Claire, Leah.
everybody.
Over here.
I would assume Claire has woken up from this stuff. Can I try to cast the cantrip on and off and turn on the lights?
Ooh,
would that work?
You may try that. You can hear the sound of the lights turning on, but you cannot see them.
So I turned the lights on. Apparently, no.
I see.
No, you don't.
Can everyone come here, please?
I'm sorry, I just got that.
Claire's going to awkwardly stand up and just be like, I don't like this. I'm not sure I want to go closer because I don't know where you are.
Just follow the sound of our voices. I think we all need to hang on to each other for the time being, like they do with little children and the little chain.
Okay. Is the train still moving?
The train is still moving, yes, and you can also hear from somewhere sort of nearby, you can hear a familiar voice yelling, "Help! Someone help!"
Where's that?
That's a great question.
Oh,
You can't
man.
see shit.
Can I try to go closer with using my incredible ear sight?
Ear sight?
Ear sight.
Is that what they call it?
Yep.
Yeah, you try to go towards the voice and you end up smacking really hard into glass.
Oh,
Ow.
ow.
Oof.
Oh
Owie.
my god.
I'm gonna just like kind of step back and knock on the glass. Yo, what? Sup?
You knock on the glass, but no one replies because no one's out there.
You think Claire knows Claire can't see?
Are you knocking on the window?
I don't know, man.
Can Fear Not, tiny non-magical object. Can Fear Not pull out, like, just something? I don't know, what the fuck do I have on me right now? Let's see. She's gonna pull out an item. She's gonna try and use magical tinkering to shed light around them.
Ooh, all right. So since this is magical light, I will allow it. You pull out an object. Did you decide what object?
She left her tiny llama in Casita.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, no. No! It's okay. I'll
Oh.
allow you to retcon it in if you want to. It's just a little
No,
llama.
because she left the tiny llama in Casita as an offering for travelers, so she'll just pull out like just a fucking random item, like python or something, whatever she can get her hands on.
All right. You pull out a python and you cast, you make it glow with magical light. And so now you all can see that Claire has run into the door to the back of the car. I will illuminate this enough for you guys to see yourselves. So Claire has run into the door to the back of the car.
Can Claire also do the magical tinkering, but also on risk, maybe?
Yes, you
Ooh.
Let's
can.
go.
Wait, no. Tiny non-magical object.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
cringe.
Oh, can-
Probably just, she has stuff in her pockets. Let me check.
I heard Leia also start speaking.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I help out with dancing lights?
Ooh.
Yes, you can.
Yay!
Hell yeah.
So you cast Dancing Lights, and Claire casts or uses magical tinkering on.
A crochet hook.
Oh, bless.
All right, you have a python, a crochet hook, and some dancing lights.
Woo!
Yay!
So with this, you're able to see a little bit. It's obviously sort of like, it's still sort of dark and murky. You can still hear someone yelling from the car behind your car.
Can we see through the glass at all?
No.
With the lights? Oh. I'm gonna look at the back of the group. Should I open it? I think someone needs help.
You better go ahead, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And Claire's gonna open the door.
All right.
Do we remember Gus being in this car with us as well?
Yes, you would have seen Gus.
Shining the light around as we can, do we see Gus in the car?
You do not.
Fear Not kind of tugs on Juliana's sleeve and is like, that tiefling from earlier, wasn't he in here with us?
I believe so. Oh, I see.
Maybe he figured out how to get to the back?
We should go. And at this point, she's clambered on top of Bracken and is going to go join Claire at the door as well.
Yeah.
All right.
Zoom.
So, with your lights, you are able to see through the darkness. You are able to see the door ahead of you. I will illuminate a little bit more of that. You can see that the darkness that permeated inside the train car is also outside the train car.
Disgusting.
But you are able to navigate by way of your lights. So, would you like to cross between the cars?
Yeah.
All right. So you cross. And you cross into this first compartment of the train. The door is shut to the other compartment, and you see Drorit and Two. Two is kind of like sprawled out on the couch, and Drorit is standing up, like obviously having grabbed at whatever they could to try to find their way around the compartment, blinking in the light as you approach, and says, "Oh, it's you. There are other people here in this compartment also. I mentioned that this car was very crowded. That's still true." Drorit is kind of panicking and says, "Oh my God. Two, are you all right?"
Guess not.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
Sorry, Novo, I'm teasing.
No, Two just blinks. They just sit there. They just blink. They don't respond.
Oh shit.
Two, are you all right?
One blink for yes, two blinks for no. Wait, no, two. I don't know. Actually, that was right.
We're very well versed in Morse code, if that's acceptable.
I don't know if Warforged can blink.
They blink by
She was
turning
just
on their
saying.
lights, their eyes, their eye lights, you know?
Yeah.
Who was yelling?
Yeah.
That was me. Someone came up and I don't know, they shoved me, and I think they may have hurt Two. I'm not really sure what happened. It was so dark.
Can I go and see if anything looks wrong with Two? Like any
If Two is okay with that,
oopsies?
you will have
Oh,
to
yeah.
talk to
Yeah,
Two.
I'm gonna ask Two. Hey, can I check and see if everything's alright?
they sit up and they're like, huh?
Are you okay?
What's going on?
We don't know. We just want to check if everything's all right.
Okay.
Funky.
Julian.
And Claire's gonna like hold out her hands to like for Chu's arm, and, like sort of just check things without like going too crazy.
All right. So I would like you to make a roll to do this check. What you roll is up to you.
Okay. I don't.
Juliana was also going to suggest that Claire uses detect magic on 2.
Does Claire have that? Probably. I
We
think
all
that's
can
a-
detect
yeah,
magic.
but
Can I-
Claire does not have it prepared, so it would be a
Ah.
ritual. Does anyone have it prepared?
No.
Detect magic?
Yeah.
Let me see here.
If I roll Arcana,
Bard
would that
spells!
work?
Oh, thank God.
You can roll Arcana to inspect too. Yes.
Okay, I'll do that.
All right.
Yeah.
Go ahead and give me a roll.
Can I say that Firna also took Corligita's hand with her other free hand?
Oh yes.
Baby chain.
I rolled a
Baby
16.
chain.
All right. With a 16, you are able to see that 2's memory card is missing.
Chu's memories
Oh,
card is
oh.
missing.
What?
Drurit looks really concerned and says, "Oh, that's really not good."
Do you remember when you were hit, bumped into, whatever? Do you remember which way those footsteps were going?
No, there were a lot of footsteps.
That's okay.
What?
I'm assuming that I can't like look for footprints or anything because this is a train.
Oh, you never know.
Can I
Don't
try
until
and
you
look
try.
for footprints on a train?
At this same time you guys are investigating, you also hear there's kind of a bit of commotion everywhere in the train. Everybody is very concerned about what's going on, I would imagine. But you also hear another familiar voice going, "Hello, is everything okay over there?" And it's coming from the door that is still closed.
So far.
Not really.
Has the lights turned back on yet? Are we out of the tunnel?
No. We are
Oh.
out of the tunnel. There are no lights.
Yes.
Well,
Oh,
magic
no.
ones, lights of the magic variety, but no actual
Oh,
ones.
you have light. You guys have lights.
Yeah.
Can Fear not look to Martin and Corligita and be like, let's go talk to them? And
Yes,
sort of
good
indicate that
idea.
she wants to go find Biscuit, this poor person.
You see Biscuit kind of not super sprawled into the aisle, but his legs like up on the seat, and he's like otherwise on the floor. And he blinks in the light, and he says, "Oh, thank you. I didn't know that lights could do that. Be magic." And now that he can see, he stands up and dusts himself off a bit. Is everything all right? I heard a bunch of screaming.
We're not really sure. How did you...
Oh.
On the floor?
Well, I was kind of trying to feel around for the door because I was hearing the screaming, I wanted to see if I could do anything, and somebody bumped into me and I fell over, so...
Oh.
Were they...
Did they...
Wait. Can
Go
Claire
on.
be over there?
Oh, if you want.
Yeah,
Not
I would-
allowed. Yeah,
Oh,
you can leave.
man.
Damn.
Claire's just gonna ask, were they coming from the door or to the door?
Well, there was a lot of noise, and, I don't have dark vision, I can't see. But, it sounded like it felt like from the way they hit me, they were coming from that direction, and he points to kind of behind you. And they ran into me and threw me back in this direction, and he points, to the other side of the car.
So they might have gone to the front? Is that
Well,
direction?
That is the back of the train.
Okay,
actually.
the back of the train. They probably
Mhm.
went back there.
So I do not want to suspect someone that has not done us any wrong. However, Gus, I'm thinking Gus.
I think we should figure out and maybe go that way first. Can we open this door? Is it locked?
No, you can open the door. That's why you can see now into my car.
Juliana
okay,
puts her
okay.
hand on her hip and looks at Martin and says, I knew that he wasn't doing his job.
No, you did not. You were just being mean.
That isn't true. He was pacing back and forth doing nothing while claiming to be an engineer.
Oh, well, what are we doing right now as artificers, Juliana?
Panicking!
So as you open this door, I would like to point out one thing that Leia would have noticed, because I found out today that y'all's passive perception is real shit. Leia is the only person who would realize this. Gus did not pass you.
Oh shit! Gus never passed us.
What?
See, I had a feeling about that, but I wasn't sure if we were the last car or what was going
you
on.
aren't. There are a few more cars behind this one, and there are more cars towards the front of the train also.
Got it. Okay. Well, fuck.
So yeah, Leia's gonna be like, hey, wait a second. I don't think Gus never passed us, did he?
Did he not? Did anyone pass us?
No.
Then whoever harmed two either came from one of the cars ahead of us or was in this car.
It's important to note that despite the fact Gus did not pass you, Gus is undeniably here in the back of this car.
What?
You should scroll over
Scroll
to the left.
side.
Hey, what the fuck?
Wait a minute. How the fuck? You crawling through the air vents? You son of a bitch.
Is the door locked to get to Gus's area?
No, it's open. You can open it. Gus is just vibing.
Claire's going to go into here.
Bracken leads Martin and Corligita and Fear Not on top of him, along with Claire.
Oh, rip.
The gang.
Yeah, Jasper's there too, man.
Claire's going to walk up to Gus. How did you get here?
Go
The
on,
gang
train.
is cornering Gus. Oh my god.
Alright. What's happening?
You know how there's no lights?
Let's try to fix it.
Really?
You were in the train with us, the car thingy, and now you're back here, and we've heard people talking about how someone went past them, pushed them this way, so we can assume that they walked this way, and who was in a different place from where they are now? You are. I'm going to not accuse you, but suspect you. Why are you here? And
I
how
work
did you
here.
get here? What?
I work here.
I know you work here, but why are you in this train? Just chilling.
My break, innit?
You know, most individuals, when they are on their break, go elsewhere.
Can I just do an insight check?
Yeah, it's time.
Okay.
I forgot it was D&D.
For a moment.
Insight check.
Oh god. Oh no, can I use inspiration, please?
Yes.
Thank you.
All
I
right.
rolled a 3.
You have 3 inspiration left.
18.
That's better.
A lot better than a 5.
Hold on.
Yeah, we're holding that roll for a second.
Oh no.
I'm the TV in the background, honestly.
Same.
Just checking things because I can't remember.
Memory's fake.
Memory is fake. Biscuit definitely hung back. He's still with Dune and Drorit, in case you didn't realize that. He's hanging out with them because they're the 3 witnesses per se.
All right. So, Eden, Claire, with your insight roll, Gus was not trying to fix the train. If Gus was trying to fix the train, he would be a little bit closer to any kind of control panel or wiring. And this is just a passenger car. There's not any control panels to speak of in this area.
Where's the control panels here? Well, if you're on your break, you wouldn't have them, but... Do you have any card that proves that you work here?
He just like gestures at his outfit.
What is his outfit?
He's got like a jumpsuit on.
But does it say like this specific train thing at all? Or anything?
I think I would say like, I don't know. I would imagine he works on several trains and not just one
I'm googling
train.
witty mechanic jumpsuits.
Oh my
to try
god.
to see if anyone has like stupid.
Juliana scoffs and just says, I believe that you could have picked that outfit up from any celebration city.
I hate him here so much.
Bit
Celebration.
sad though, isn't it?
But do you
Yes,
have
that would
anything
be
just
sad.
in case? Because there might be a little bit of an investigation going on. Something may have been stolen.
Okay, aside, Gus's jumpsuit does have like a decal on the back that says, "I'm a mechanic. I can't fix stupid, but I can fix what stupid does."
Oh my god.
Yes!
You
Yeah.
can get that from any celebration city.
So
I didn't
Juliana
know.
is looking at Martin with a pleading expression, like validate her, she was right.
Martin says, excuse me, is there a union representative or something that we could
Oh my
contact her
God.
to?
No
Actually,
on the train.
do
We
you know
don't all
anything
go
about?
in at the same time. Sorry,
No,
okay.
no, go on, go first.
You just said we don't all go in the same train at the same time.
No, I'm aware. I'm saying when we reach our destination, assuming we are not forever lost to unimpenetrable darkness.
Yeah, speaking of that, do you know why we can't see anything right now outside the train or in the train or anything like that?
Dark vision is broken too.
You tried shutting your eyes and opening them again?
Well,
She blinks,
can you
like,
see
very
those things?
purposefully at him.
Juliana sighs and looks to Leia and says, You know, we're all too direct for this. This is the one situation where I would really appreciate it if you did you things.
What do you want me to
just
do
wanna-
exactly?
I have a question.
Don't be direct.
Claire, what is your question?
Did we try to use detect magic yet?
I don't think so. If
Yeah, I
you
remember the
did, I did
conversation.
not hear it, and
No.
I did not give you the
Oh.
results.
No, we were talking about who had detect magic on them and then nobody cast it.
Oh, I can cast it quick if you want me to.
Please.
That works.
Okay. So I'm gonna real quick cast detect magic.
All right, you cast detect magic. So the way that detect magic works is that it basically lights up anything that is magical and tells you the school of magic, if anything. And congrats, you are surrounded by magic, and so Leia, your vision goes like briefly totally white. It's extremely bright.
Ow!
You know that all around you is the School of Evocation, magic of the School of Evocation. And also like below you with the inner workings of the train, and above you with some of the other workings of the train are various schools of magic that all work towards moving this train from place to place. There is obviously a lot of power involved in doing that, or rather, there's not too much power involved in doing it because it's a maglev train and they go very fast, but it's very fuel efficient is what I'm trying to say. So
Okay.
there is obviously some power going to the train, but you're also surrounded by the School of Evocation magic.
I'm gonna tell the party that.
Fun fact about that, I'm pretty sure that's the darkness spell. And
You would
want
be
to know
correct.
something fun about the darkness spell?
Love to.
Tieflings can cast it. So,
Interesting.
Claire gives a thumbs up.
Well, thank you, Claire. That's very good to know. Gus, I'm sure
did
you
we ever learn
understand
his
how this
name?
looks.
They never actually
No,
learned
no,
his
they
name.
never did.
Does he have a name tag on his very incredible jumpsuit?
If Jade's okay with it, I think that would be really funny if you guys just saw his name and were like, well,
Yeah, sure.
that's what we think about you, Gus.
Yeah, sure.
Christ. Wasn't Martin saying something? I didn't catch it.
Oh yeah, he was saying, Gus, I'm sorry, but I'm sure you are aware of how this looks.
No.
Well, let me spell this out then. We'll have the little obligatory, oh, we figured it all out, and we're going to tell everybody in one little PowerPoint presentation moment from every mystery novel. You are a tiefling. This spell can be cast by tieflings. You are the only person we know of who is not in their previous location. Do you know anything about memory cards?
No.
Are you sure?
Let me check. And he just like stares off into space for a second and he looks back and goes, no.
Are there pockets in your jumpsuit?
None your business.
Could you turn them out briefly with if we promise not to rob you?
No.
This is ridiculous. Somebody retrain them.
This is that's a little much.
No,
Yeah,
it isn't.
We don't have enough evidence, I don't think, to do
Hey,
that.
have
And also,
y'all
it's
thought
pretty
about
rude.
persuading at any point?
No, we
I
don't.
have a
was gonna
plus
ask
one to
you in a second
charisma.
if I could. I was going to ask you in a second if I could literally roll to intimidate, but
Yeah, can I roll an insight check on
Oh.
Gus again?
Yes, you can.
Let's go. 16.
Okay. So let me check something real quick.
While this is happening, could Fiona also just kind of be looking around the car for anything of note?
Yes, you can be looking around the car for anything of note. Can you show me where you would like to be investigating?
Hey, Martin, do you let go of Fionna's hand finally?
If she like makes any move to pull away from him, then yes.
She probably just like squeezes his hand once and then pulls away, and it's just
Yeah,
gonna be
he squeezes
looking...
back and lets go.
sobs.
I'd say she'd start by looking around their like exact area right now, and if she doesn't see anything, then she'd continue on over here.
All right, I would like you to make an investigation then, an investigation check then, so Eden, Claire, you did an insight check with a 16.
Yeah.
Gus, if Gus is hiding something, he's hiding it very well, because to you it appears like he's telling the truth.
I just not fucking won.
Oh no.
Feeling
inspired, are you?
I think, okay, let's see. Do you want to use inspiration?
Would the rest of the party be okay with it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sure.
Alright, sure, we're using inspiration.
All right, you have 2 inspiration left. Actually, I'm gonna bump that up to 3 because you did make me laugh earlier, and I haven't been consistent about awarding that. I'm sorry. So you still have 3 left.
That's a 25.
Ooh, very nice.
19, so not a nat 20.
So, fear not. You begin looking around the section of the car, and what you notice is that this, like all the other parts of the car is pretty crowded. This part of the car is pretty crowded. There is no evidence of anything, which is really strange. You see some scuff marks and things, but they all look kind of old. You see a lot of people's bags and things, but they all belong to people who are here. And you cannot find any evidence of a memory drive anywhere. And you can't find any footsteps. You can't find any various other things. Everything seems to be perfectly in order in this part of the train.
She just has a slight frown on her face because it's none of this is okay. Nothing's okay right now. But the fact that she can't find anything or do anything to really help that situation is just kind of like, okay. And she kind of just reluctantly returns to the group.
Oh. Would this be a place where you could use locate object?
Let me see. I need to look at the bounds of locate object.
Okay.
Okay. So, you are not familiar with 2's memory drive. You know what a memory drive is, but you have not ever seen 2's memory drive. So I will say that no, locate object does not apply here.
Okay.
Juliana is pleading with Leia again. Didn't you learn bard things?
Yeah, Okay, hold on, let me try. And Leia just politely walks up to Gus and she's like, oh shit, what is she like? Did you go to college, Leia? Oh, first of all, do these trains have a conductor, or they just run entirely on a
They do have a
magic
conductor,
thing?
yes.
Okay. So Leia is going to ask, hey, who's the conductor on this train?
I don't know. Have they seen them yet?
You don't
I don't
know
know
a
who.
name?
I don't know who's on shift.
Okay. Is there any chance you could help us find the what would you call where the conductor is?
The engine?
Thank you. Is there any chance you could help us find our way to the engine?
Train's a straight line.
I fucking hate it here.
Leia just gasps. She says, "Wait, you mean trains aren't circles?"
Maybe.
Well, now I just feel why to. Thanks, Gus.
Gus, would you like to come with us to the engine?
No.
What
Is it
would make
being
you
weird?
like to come with us to the engine?
I don't want to go.
Do you want money?
No.
What do you
Would
want?
would you like some lemon drops? I have lemon drops and coupons.
Wee bit of space would be nice.
No.
Oh, no, back up.
Just
Come on, we're
disappear.
negotiating.
Leia rubs her temples and she says, "Gus, if you come with us, I promise to keep this group away from you for the rest of this ride."
Don't believe you.
Can I try to persuade him?
Yes, you can.
Heck yeah.
As this is a contested roll, Jade, can you roll for me?
Let's see,
what
persuasion.
am I rolling?
Okay.
It will be. I think it will be plus wisdom, and you can choose a specific skill if you feel one applies. The one that I'm thinking of is insight, but you don't have to do insight. It depends on your approach. So, your
I can
choice.
do insight.
Okay.
Okay. And I'm just doing a normal, persuasion roll?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool beans. Oh, ow.
It's taken Corligita's hand again.
Yeah.
I'm just double checking.
Ouch.
It is a contested roll, so we'll see. That is a failure.
Sobs.
Oh no.
I think Gus, what you get from this is that, well, Leia's part of the group. So if Leia's going with you anywhere, it's hard to keep the rest of the group away.
He just disappears.
Holy shit. Can somebody
And-
please follow him?
disappears.
Wait,
disappears,
fully
disappears?
He disappears.
I hate it
Wait,
here.
turns invisible or just goes into the darkness?
He disappears.
That's so what?
If you would like to have more information, we are playing D&D.
What can I roll for this?
That's a good question. What would you like to roll?
Investigation?
Sure.
What?
Looks at where a person was. They aren't there.
Leia?
What about Arcana?
You can also roll Arcana. Whatever you'd like to roll.
I got a 21.
I have a question about Blink. You might not know the answer, but if you're in the ethereal plane, can you walk around and look at shit in the original plane? Can't see anything more than 60 feet away. Never mind.
Mm-hmm. So does that answer your question about Blink?
Yeah, I answered my own question.
Okay, so we'll go in order. 21 investigation. Gus has completely disappeared. He has not gone anywhere. He has not done anything. He has just disappeared. But you do notice that the indentation that he sort of left in the seat where he was sitting has just been naturally rising up. So he is not sitting there anymore. Leia, you are able to tell that that Gus has indeed gone invisible. With your detect magic on, you are able to see the remnants of the magic. You are not able to see Gus's form itself, but Gus has gone invisible.
Gus ghosted us, guys.
Ghosted.
One
Good.
I'm so upset I
hate
didn't
you
look
so
at
much.
it.
I love you.
Juliana sighs and says, "Everyone, we need to get better at telling lies."
I think we need to.
To the individual that has most likely stolen the memory chip and saying, "Do you have the memory chip?" is not going to yield results.
I
This is a
admit
group
that
huddle.
I admit that you're right. However, I will say I feel like we also just need to get better at making people like us.
During
Well,
this,
that
you're
isn't
not
going
going
to
back
happen.
down the car.
Well, you know, Juliana, we met Biscuit. I thought you were gonna bite Biscuit.
That's true.
Don't blame me for this entire situation.
No, that's Juliana, we need to. You need tea or something. Let's just go.
Can I? How long? I looked it up and it said casting spells as a ritual. Is just 10 minutes above.
Yes,
the spell
so
thing?
casting spells as a ritual is 10 times their normal length.
Holy shit.
Okay. Can I cast see invisibility as a ritual? Is that legal?
Yes, you can.
PogChamp, I'm gonna do that.
I will have that take a second. I'm going to check out the time at this moment.
It says one action, I think.
I'm also going to tell you that the magical darkness that has been surrounding the train has now worn off. And as it wears off, people are able to see again, and everyone sort of sighs and feels very relieved. Except for, of course, Drowrit and 2, or rather just Drowrit, because 2 has no fucking idea what's happening. Yes, you are right. See invisibility is an action, and so an action is about 6 seconds. If you multiply that by 10, you're looking at about a minute. So it will take you a minute to cast see invisibility. Exactly a minute.
Okay, Claire's gonna do that. While
Okay,
walking
so while
in the
you're
direction that she assumes that he
Alright.
went.
And which direction do you think that is?
Towards the front. But
Okay.
slowly, just in case.
Okay. And let's see. So fear not, you were going to investigate things.
Yeah, as she's going back down the car, I want to say she's also just looking around like she was earlier.
Okay. So I will have your investigation roll carry over because it was a very good roll.
Thank you.
As you are going over and looking, you find some very familiar looking crystal shards on the ground.
Ooh.
She climbs off of bracken, crouches on the ground, picks one up, and like kind of holds it up to Corligita to see if he recognizes it.
Corligita gasps and his eyes light up and he says, "Shiny!"
This earns a small smile. It's hard to smile when you're stressed out like this, but she's small smile. And so would this be crystals from Casita? Question mark?
It would be, absolutely.
Oh,
These are
okay.
the crystals that are capable of holding any kind of energy or magic.
Can I do an Arcana check to see if these crystal shards were probably what caused the darkness or what held the darkness spell?
Yes, you can.
Crunchy. 17 plus... What's my Arcana? The text is so small. Plus 6, 23.
Yes, this is probably exactly where the darkness spell was contained, because you're able to sort of intuit based on where the darkness spread. The scale on this map is not, for narrative's sake, the exact scale of the darkness spell was a little bit wider than usual, but as a artificer, you are familiar with what the darkness spell does, and so you are able to say that yes, based on where the regions of darkness were, this does seem to be the epicenter of it. This does seem to be a logical choice for how the darkness spell was deployed, because you haven't seen anyone holding on to it this whole time. Darkness is a concentration spell, so that would require a caster to be holding on to it. Cast via crystal, it's a little bit more unpredictable.
Okay. Is this like right at the center of the car, would you say?
Yeah, I would say it's probably like right here.
Okay, so right in front of two Drorit and where Biscuit is right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, crouched on the ground, Fear Not kind of takes the same crystal shard she'd been holding up to Corligita and just, hey, guys, they had those same crystals that we got from Casita. I think this is how they cast that darkness spell.
Juliana is sipping tea from a teacup that she pulled out of her bag. Her hand is shaking.
She took Martin's advice.
She did. And she just says, "Is it traceable?"
I don't know, is it? Do I have to roll something to see?
What do you mean traceable? What are you talking about?
Can we figure out who grabbed this crystal? Like, are there fingerprints? Is there like a fucking...
That's a really good idea. If you can find a spell that does that, sure. But so one of the problems with forensic science, and this is kind of a tangent, but one of the problems with forensic science is that we think we're able to find things and we really can't. Fingerprint analysis only works if the person who touched it is the only person who touched it and they left a perfect fingerprint.
Touched it. Okay, that makes sense.
So it's very unlikely to have happened in the real world. This is actually a real problem with like real forensics. So from conventional like fingerprint dusting crime scene analysis, no, you would not be able to find out whose fingerprint it was, and you would have to print everyone on the train, which would be an issue. Fingerprints, yes. You can't find those. If you have a spell that you would like to try, then you are welcome to ask.
Not at the moment, no.
Okay.
Crunch. Sorry. once she's shown the crystal shard, is it like a sharp crystal shard, or could she tuck it away in her bag safely without worrying about it?
There's a couple ones that are kind of sharp.
Okay.
You could probably wrap them in something.
Yeah, she'll do that. I don't know what we could wrap it in. Does anyone have a napkin or a tissue or something?
Have fun. And Biscuit will hand you a handkerchief from his pocket.
Oh, thank you. I'll get this back to you after. And
It's
she's gonna
alright,
wrap
I've got a
up.
bunch.
It's okay. And she wraps up the shard and probably sticks it in her pocket bag thing, whatever. Straightens back up. Okay, what now?
Is the spell casted by now?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Thank you for reminding me. So Claire has now cast See Invisibility as a ritual. Gus, where would you say that you're at this point?
Still sitting in the chair.
We were just like hovering above the
He's
chair
just
because
stood
he
up
just
and
doesn't
sat
want
in
the
a
seat
chair.
and shit.
Wait, you're still sitting in the same place?
He's gotten up, but he's not like moved anywhere because Claire's in the way.
They just sort of look over at him and make eye contact. Can you just tell me if you did it?
No.
Do you?
Leanna looks Fear Not in the eyes and says, "Do you trust me?"
Yeah, should I not?
No, that's not. Listen, you are the best at talking out of this entire group. I need you to disguise yourself and tell that person lies. I need you to. I will cast it on you if you can't. Cast disguise self on yourself.
No, hold on. What, lie to them? What, why?
Because if we ask them if they did it, they're going to say no. Have you heard of reverse psychology?
Yeah, but why would they tell someone who isn't me?
Because we've already made it clear that we think that they did it. But if you can befriend them as somebody else,
Geez, the choked on like air.
you are the only one who can do this. People like you so much.
Really quickly, I'd like to point out that Fear Not has a 0 to her charisma modifier.
Does Claire have better charisma than
I think so!
Oh my god.
Claire's so
Okay.
direct and honest.
Okay. So Claire, you were having a conversation with
Yeah,
Gus
yeah,
also. I do think this is very funny, but I do want to make sure that Claire also gets to
Yeah.
talk.
Yeah.
So Claire's just gonna like look at him and be like, if you just help us, we will leave you alone after.
Will you, but
Yeah, I'm pretty
I
sure.
would like to see a roll here. So
Okay,
persuasion versus insight.
oh,
That hit a wire.
wait, I'm insight.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I got a
Fear
19.
Not one Kenobi.
Yeah. That is a success. Gus, you feel that Claire is telling you the truth, especially apart from the group. You can see Claire is just kind of wants to know and be done with it. What you do with that information is up to you.
Cool. What was the question again?
Just sort of, if you help us, we'll leave you alone.
But got to walk to the other end of the train.
Could you say that again?
He's like, I've got to walk to the other end of the train.
Why would you have to walk to the other end of the train?
Because earlier your group was talking about taking over the fucking engine.
Well, would that help us in any way? I have no idea why we were going to do that. I kind of zoned out.
Mate, same. I don't
Yeah,
know.
talking to people is difficult.
I know. That's why I went invisible.
Yeah, honestly, mood. This entire thing is going to be Claire just trying to like sympathize and be cool so he trusts her, but also because she is tired of talking to people and wanted to take a nap. But so she's just gonna be like, do you know anything that happened? It's just really suspicious that you moved trains while there was darkness.
No,
But-
it's just a thing. Oh, it would reappear by the way, because I realized that only lasts for like a little bit.
She's
Alright.
talking to herself.
And he's being caught, so he's like, ugh, whatever.
Yeah. So, you've just been saying no without any reasoning. Is there like any actual? Could you tell us anything, like an excuse or whatever?
What was that last part, sorry?
An excuse, like just she wants him to tell them like anything, just that would get them off and not believing that he did it.
Did you have an excuse? I just didn't do anything. I was just in here.
Well, you were with us first and moving while
No, I
it was
wasn't.
dark. Yeah, you were.
No, I wasn't.
You just wait. Were you not?
No.
Insight check.
Please roll an insight check for me.
14.
He's telling the truth.
What the fuck?
I'm gonna nod and just go, this was really helpful, thank you. And Claire's going to turn around and walk and take Martin aside. Because that's who she probably was at the end. It's not Gus.
It's not?
It's not, he wasn't with us.
Okay,
Someone was
alright.
disguised as him. And
It's-
so
Repeat that?
So it's someone else who disguised themselves as Gus in our train to make us believe that it was him.
That
Thoughts
is
on me
okay.
checking the outside of the train?
There
I
is a
think that's
hatch.
good.
Oh,
That's good.
Pick me up, I need to get out of the train. Is it like
It's a bit
is the hatch on the
dangerous,
top?
isn't it?
It's Claire does this sort of thing. It's fine.
Alright.
really
Supportive
quickly.
father figure boosts child up to get to the top of the
Yeah.
fast-moving train.
He gives her a leg up, piggyback ride.
Yeah, let's go. Claire's
Really,
going
really
to go to the
quickly.
top of the train.
I
Just
will
like nobody
remind
else
you
does.
that this train is moving 250 kilometers per hour. Let me translate that
Shit.
to miles for us Americans.
All I know is it's a big number.
It is very big. So that's
I
about
have-
155 miles per hour.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Is Fear not going to see Martin giving Claire a boost up to the hatch that leads to the 200 whatever miles per hour air outside?
Well, to be fair, we are also traveling 200 whatever miles an hour already.
Does Fear not see Martin lifting the child up?
Yes. You can peek, but my point with the speed there was to say you're probably not going to be able
Yeah.
to go out onto the top of the train.
Yeah, so is there anything up there?
Not
that I can
without
see?
some sort of gadget. And you are artificers, so if you'd like to do that, you can.
Can I have
Doggy?
can I have Risk go up there?
Yes, actually.
I'm gonna have Risk go up there, and I'm going to use my incredible I put the one of the what is it called? I need to
Eyes
find
of the
my page.
Beheld.
Yeah, I had one of the Eyes of Beheld put into Risk, so I could just look through,
Oh.
and that is what I'm gonna do. Is
Can't
have
you
Risk
just
go
look
up there.
through your familiar normally if you just switch out senses?
I don't
I don't
know.
think that's a thing. That's a thing I think for like wizards in a specific spot.
Oh, okay, different type of fun. Got it. Okay,
Yeah.
never mind then.
Yeah.
I
For
thought that,
warlock
but I was like-
familiars, I think it's
Got
different.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, for my familiar I can. Just was checking.
Yeah.
Okay. Good thought, though. Very good thought.
Mhm.
So, you put Risk up on top of the train. Risk is small enough, and also, you notice as you do this, Risk actually magnetically attaches their talons
Let's
to
go.
the top of the train and begins tromp, 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 tromping across the top of the train. So after a while, they stand still so that you can peer through the other eye of the Beheld. What are you looking for up here?
If there's any way that I can see a person or tracks of a person or just anything up there that would be weird.
Okay, I would like you to roll perception for me.
Okay. Bro, I have like 14 pages on this character sheet. Perception. 19.
All right, with a 19 for perception, you can see that there is no one up here. There are no tracks to speak of. Even if there were, any sediment that was up here would be brushed away by the speedily moving train in the air rushing past it. But you can tell for sure there is no one on top of the train.
Forgot I was muted. I'm gonna call I'm gonna call Risk back and get back in.
Okay, so Risk comes back to you. You bring Risk back in. Everything is okay.
And so Claire is just gonna look around at every single person in this train car and see who's suspicious.
All right.
Claire needs a detective hat.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly.
So I think that is actually a very good place for us to stop for today. I know it's about 15 minutes early, but this will give you guys some time to simmer on everything and think about it. So we will stop here. Thank you all for coming. As ever, who would like to do our recap next time? Claire did it, or sorry, Eden did it today.
I'll do it.
All right, Casper will be doing our recap next time. And that's all, folks. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for DMing. I can't believe you're leaving us in the
Yeah,
middle
this
of
is
this
gonna be
intense
fun.
thing, but thank you.
Yeah.
Bye.
Oh man. Bye.
Bye bye.